Hi, preschool friends. It's Teacher Janelle. I hope you're having a great day. Today, I wanted to introduce to you a game you could play to help you become more familiar with the double 10 frame work mat. We in class have been talking a little bit about a single 10 frame that looks like this, but there's also the ability to have what's called a double 10 frame. And so today I'm going to show you an activity to help you practice with this tool. I'm going to put it down here. In order to do this activity today, you're going to need a die. Dice is actually more than one. You're going to need a die. I have a really big die that I'm going to use so that you can see it really well on my video, but if you have a little white and black die, that's fine too. Any die would work. It just has to have the numbers 1 through 6 on it. My die has these dots that tell me which number. Other die might just have the actual number written, so you can do whatever you want. You're going to need a die. You're also going to need your double 10 frame mat, and you're going to need some kind of counters. And so I am actually going to be using some little St. Patrick's Day counters that look like this, but you are welcome to use beans, dried beans, or Cheerios, or Jewels, or anything around your house that would fit comfortably in the little squares here. Okay, so this game, basically you roll the dice. So I'm going to roll it, and then I'll tell you what it lands on. Oh, it landed on this. Does anybody know what number this is? The way you use this die is you have to count the dots. So this number is 1, 2, 3. I'm going to hold up two numbers here, and I'd like you to tell me which one is a 3. Which one is a 3? Can you point? If you pointed to this one, you're right. This is a 3. 3 dots, and this is a 3. So I'm going to take 3 counters, and I'm going to place it on my mat. So I'm going to go ahead and move my computer so you can see me do that. So I'm going to count as I go. 1, 2, 3. So I have 3 of my first 10 frame here filled in. Does anybody know how many more I would need in order to fill it all the way up, my first 10 frame? If I have 1, 2, 3, let's count how many spots I have empty. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I would need to get 7 more. So let's roll the dice and see if we can get closer to 7. Okay, here's my dice again. I'm going to roll it. I'm going to drop it. Oh, and look what it landed on. Does anybody know what number this represents? Let's see. I'm going to hold up 2 numbers, and you can tell me which one do you think that represents. Is it a 1 or is it a 4? If you said 1, you're right. This dot, single dot, stands for 1. So I'm going to put 1 more counter on my 10 frame. Let's see, I can show you. So we had 1, 2, 3, and now I'm going to add 1 more. So how many do we have now, friends? We have 1, 2, 3, 4. How many more would we need in order to fill up my whole 10 frame? 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's keep counting. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So how many blank spots do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's roll 1 more time and see if we can get close to 10. Are we ready? Up in the air, lands on me. Oh my goodness. What number does this represent? Does anybody know? I have 2 choices here. Does it represent a 2? Or does it represent a 5? A 2 or a 5? If you said 5, you're right. it represents a 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dots for 5. So I'm going to put 5 more counters on my 10 frame. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How many do I have on my 10 frame now? Let's count together to make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I have 9 counters and I have 1 empty space. Let's roll one more time and see what happens. Are we ready? Up in the air, lands on me. And here is a different number. Who knows what number this is? Is it a 2 or is it a 4? I'm going to show it to you one more time. Oops, it's not right. Here it is. Is it a 2 or is it a 4? If you said 4, you're right. This die is 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So friends, looking at my 10 frame, if I add 4, do I have enough room to add 4 in my top 10 frame? No, I don't. So I need to go to my bottom one. So I'm going to add 1 counter. I'm going to start counting 1. And then I'm going to go ahead and fill up my other one. 2, 3, 4. And there's my 10 frame, friends. So I have 10 up here. Let's count to make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then I keep counting on. 11, 12, 13. I have 13 counters. Let's roll one more time and see if we can fill up our second 10 frame even more. Are you ready? I'm going to throw it up in the air. And it landed on this number. Does anybody know what this number is? This number is a 6. We know that because we can count the dots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So looking down at my 10 frame one more time, I'm going to add 6 more to my bottom 10 frame. Count with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Preschool friends, how many spaces do we have left to fill up in my double 10 frame? How many squares do not have a counter? I see just 1 here. 1 space. Does anybody want to tell me how many numbers, how many counters did I build in all today? That's a tricky one. I know that my top frame is totally filled, and that's going to equal 10. And then let's count on 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. I built 19 counters today. I had to roll my dice, I think 5 times in order to get 19 counters. If you practice rolling your dice and you practice building your double 10 frame, I would love to see a picture of it on our class Padlet. It was sure fun playing a number game with you, and I look forward to seeing you soon again. Bye-bye.